New ChatGPT apps SDK update is wild. OpenAI just dropped something massive. ChatGPT can now run apps inside the chat. You can book trips, make playlists, design presentations, and find homes without ever leaving ChatGPT. This is the biggest update to ChatGPT since it launched, and it changes everything. So here's what happened. On October 6th, Sam Altman took the stage at Dev Day. That's OpenAI's big developer event. And he announced something huge. ChatGPT now has apps, real apps, running inside the chat, not links, not extensions, full working app. And get this, ChatGPT has 800 million weekly users now. That's not total users, that's people using it every single week. That's bigger than most countries, and now every single one of those users can access apps directly in their chats. Let me break down what this actually means for you. First, the basics. What are ChatGPT apps? They're real apps that work inside your ChatGPT conversation. You can use them just by typing their name, like this. You type, Spotify, make a playlist for my party Friday. And boom, Spotify opens right there in the chat. You don't leave ChatGPT. You don't open a new tab. You don't download anything. The app just appears and it knows what you're talking about. It uses the context from your conversation. So if you've been talking about 90s hip hop with ChatGPT, Spotify knows that. Your playlist will be 90s hip hop. That's wild. Here's another example. Let's say you're planning a trip you're chatting with about places to visit. ChatGPT might say, want me to check Expedia for flights? You say yes. And Expedia pops up right there in the chat with real flight prices, real booking options, everything. You can book the whole trip without leaving ChatGPT. Same thing with Zillow for finding houses, Canva for making designs, Coursera for taking classes. All of it happens in the chat. Now here's where it gets really interesting. OpenAI released something called the Apps SDK. SDK means Software Development Kit. It's basically the tools developers need to build these apps. And they made it open source. That means any developer can build apps for ChatGPT now. Not just big companies, anyone. This is huge because right now we only have 7 partner apps. Spotify, Canva, Zillow, Expedia, Booking, Coursera, and Figma. But later this year, OpenAI will open submissions. Any developer can submit their app. And if it passes review, it goes live for 800 million users. That's like the App Store launch all over again. But for AI, let me talk about what's coming in the AI Money Lab, because we're already building with this stuff. We have SOPs for using these new tools, step-by-step guides, plus over 100 different AI use cases, all documented, all tested, all ready for you to use. We have 28,000 members now, all learning this stuff together, sharing what works, building businesses, saving hundreds of hours with AI automation. If you want to stay ahead of updates like this, that's where you need to be. Link is in the comments and description. You get all the training, all the SOPs, all the use cases, everything. Let me tell you what this means for businesses. If you own a business, you need to pay attention because this changes how people discover services. Think about it. Right now, people find apps by searching in the App Store, or they see ads, or someone tells them about it. But with ChatGPT apps, discovery is different. People find apps in conversation. Let's say someone asks ChatGPT, how do I learn Python? ChatGPT might suggest Coursera right there in the moment. When they're ready to learn, that's a hot lead. That's someone who's actually interested. Not just scrolling past an ad. This is conversational commerce, and it's the future. Now, you might be wondering, how does this work technically? Don't worry, I'll keep it simple. The app's SDK is built on something called the Model Context Protocol. That's MCP for short. Anthropic made this standard last year, and now OpenAI is using it. What MCP does is simple. It lets ChatGPT connect to other apps safely. It can read data from those apps. It can trigger actions in those apps, and it can show you interactive stuff from those apps, all while keeping your data secure. So when you use the Spotify app in ChatGPT, here's what happens. ChatGPT reads your conversation. It understands you want a playlist. It connects to Spotify using MCP. It tells Spotify what kind of playlist you want. Spotify makes the playlist and shows it to you right in ChatGPT, all in seconds. Here's something that blew my mind. These apps have different viewing modes. There's inline mode. That's when the app shows up right in your chat, like a message. There's picture-in-picture mode. That's when a video or image stays at the top of your screen while you keep chatting below. And there's full screen mode. That's when the app takes over your whole screen. But you choose which mode you want, depending on what you're doing. If you're watching a Coursera video, you might want picture-in-picture, so you can watch and take notes in ChatGPT at the same time. If you're designing something in Canva, you might want full screen, so you can see all the details. It adapts to what you need. Now, let's talk about privacy, because I know you're thinking about it. When you use an app for the first time, ChatGPT asks permission. It shows you what data will be shared. You have to say yes before anything happens. OpenAI says apps can only collect the minimum data they need, and they have to be transparent about it. Every app needs a privacy policy, and if an app breaks the rules, OpenAI can remove it. Later this year, they're adding even more privacy controls, so you can control exactly what data each app gets, each app. Here's what I find really interesting. OpenAI is positioning ChatGPT as a platform, not just a chatbot, a platform like iOS, like Android, but for AI. Think about what that means. When the iPhone launched, it was just a phone. Then they added the App Store, and suddenly it became a platform. Developers built millions of apps, and the iPhone became essential. That's what's happening with ChatGPT right now. It started as a chatbot. Now it's becoming a platform where you do everything: work, learn, shop, create, all in one place, all through conversation. Let me give you a real example from the Dev Day demo. Someone asked ChatGPT to make posters for a dog walking business using Canva. In 2 minutes, Canva generated 4 different poster designs right in the chat. The person could see them, pick one, ask for changes, and Canva would update it, all without leaving ChatGPT. That's the power of this. You go from idea to finished product in minutes, not hours, not days, minutes. Now, here's where it gets even better. OpenAI announced they'll support monetization. That means developers can charge for their apps through something called the Agentic Commerce Protocol. That's a fancy name for instant checkout in ChatGPT. So imagine this. You're using an app in ChatGPT. It's a premium app. You want to buy it. You just say, buy this, and it charges you right there. No leaving ChatGPT, no entering payment info. It's instant. This opens up a whole new economy. Developers can build apps, get them in front of 800 million users, and make money, all inside ChatGPT. Let me tell you who's already building on this. The launch partners are massive companies: Booking.com for travel, Expedia for flights, Spotify for music, Zillow for real estate, Canva for design, Coursera for education, Figma for design collaboration. These aren't small players, these are billion-dollar companies, and they're betting on ChatGPT apps because they see where this is going. But here's what's coming next. OpenAI announced 11 more partners launching later this year. That includes DoorDash, Instacart, Uber, AllTrails, OpenTable, Target, Peloton, and more. Imagine ordering food through DoorDash in ChatGPT just by saying, order me a pizza, or booking a ride with Uber, or making dinner reservations with OpenTable, all in the chat, without opening any other apps. That's where we're heading. Now I want to talk about what this means for you. If you're a developer, this is your moment. You can build apps for 800 million users. That's an audience bigger than almost any platform, and it's just starting. Early apps will have a massive advantage because there's no competition yet. If you move fast, you could be one of the first apps people discover. The app's SDK is available now. You can start building today, test it in developer mode, and get ready to submit when they open applications. If you're a business owner, pay attention because your customers are on ChatGPT, 800 million of them every week, and they're about to start discovering services through conversation, not through search engines, not through app stores, through talking to AI. So ask yourself, how can your business show up in those conversations? Can you build an app? Can you partner with someone who can? Can you optimize your content so ChatGPT mentions you? This is like SEO all over again, but for AI, and the early movers will win. Let me tell you about something else OpenAI announced. It's called Agent Kit. This is for building AI agents, not just apps, agents that can work for you. They released Chat Kit 2. That lets you embed ChatGPT into your own apps. And they made Codex generally available. That's their coding agent. Companies are already using it. Duolingo uses it. Cisco uses it. Usage grew 10 times since August. They're processing 40 trillion tokens in 3 weeks. That's insane. All of this is happening at the same time. OpenAI is building an entire ecosystem, and it's happening fast. But they're also solvable. Before we wrap up, I want to make sure you know about a few things. First, the AI Profit Boardroom. That's our community for scaling businesses with AI. We have 1,000 members now, all saving hundreds of hours, getting more customers, automating their work. If you want to stay ahead, book a free SEO strategy session. Link is in the comments and description. We'll analyze your site, show you exactly how to rank higher, get more traffic, more leads, more sales. Third, check out the AI Money Lab. That's where we document everything, every tool, every use case, every strategy. 28,000 members are already inside, learning together, building together, winning together. Links are in the comments and description.